Resident Evil Code Veronica deserves a Capcom remake. Claire Redfield has been largely absent from recent Resident Evil entries, so a Code Veronica remake would make sense. Capcom recently confirmed plans to remake the classic Resident Evil. Code Veronica stands out as a main contender in the sea of survival horror titles. In addition to Resident Evil Code Veronica, there could also be remakes for Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6. Capcom's performance over the past decade has been impressive. In particular, remakes of classic Resident Evil titles have helped revive classic genre titles such as Resident Evil and the original Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4. Fans are eagerly awaiting the next step in the franchise following Capcom's confirmation that more will follow, but one title stands out as a major contender for Capcom's remake magic: Resident Evil Code Veronica. Often overshadowed by its more famous predecessors, the game stands out in the series and offers ample opportunity for upgrades. First, it's important to acknowledge the importance of Code Veronica in the Resident Evil timeline. Code Veronica, released on the Sega Dreamcast in 2000, marked a significant change for the franchise. We've gone from pre-rendered backgrounds to real-time 3D environments. These changes set a new standard for remakes to make use of today's advanced technology. The Code Veronica remake allows Capcom to revisit key points from the series' evolution over the years and enhance them with modern graphics and gameplay mechanics to deliver a fresh, nostalgic experience. Code Veronica's importance goes beyond its technical performance. Technically, Code Veronica would have been Resident Evil 3, originally intended as a spin-off or side story. However, their position changed after Sony secured limited exclusive rights to the Resident Evil 3 title. This historically explains why the events of Code Veronica follow those of Resident Evil 2, while the events of Resident Evil 3 have a place before and after Resident Evil 2. The game is notable for its contribution to the Resident Evil story. Starring Claire Redfield, Code Veronica explores the history of the Redfield family and their relationship with the Umbrella Corporation. The re-release allows Capcom to further develop Claire's character and bridge the gap between Resident Evil 2 and its sequel. Given Claire's cult following and relative absence from subsequent entries, the Code Veronica remake will likely be a high-profile take on one of the franchise's most beloved characters. Additionally, Code Veronica is ripe for a remake due to its unique gameplay and plot elements. It introduced numerous new locations, characters, and plot twists that greatly expanded the Resident Evil universe. Remakes help to enhance and strengthen these elements, offering a fresh take on the story while retaining its memorable essence. With Capcom's recent success reimagining Resident Evil's classic story, Code Veronica could very well benefit from a similar treatment that could elevate it from cult favorite to mainstream hit. Another compelling reason to remake Code Veronica is its ability to deepen the overall story of the series. The game's plot, involving the Ashford family, the origins of the T. Veronica virus, and the machinations of Albert Wesker, is an integral part of the series' mythology. The remake integrates these stories into the larger Resident Evil story, providing context and depth to what happens in later titles. This approach not only appeals to longtime fans, but also helps new players understand the complex history of the series. It's worth noting that while Resident Evil 5 and 6 are great candidates for a remake, their relatively recent releases and abandonment of traditional survival horror elements make them difficult to pick. Code Veronica, on the other hand, maintains the classic Resident Evil feel and offers innovations that can be further explored and improved upon in the remake. By revisiting Code Veronica, Capcom not only pays homage to an important chapter in the Resident Evil series, but also completes it with the game's modern evolution. The Code Veronica remake will be a win for longtime fans of the series and newcomers alike, and will further cement Resident Evil's legacy as an innovative force in the survival horror genre.